Hello and welcome to BKTV Live. Today is November 3rd, which means it is officially the holiday season.
Whoa, hold up. You're a little early on the holiday season there, Caleb. Getting into the show today, our first segment is about the Embrace Equality Club here at FHS and the middle school football team rallying behind their fellow teammate.
The 50th homecoming anniversary of a past FHS class, and finally, the Job Olympics. All this and more on BKTV Live.
Our first segment concerns the Embrace Equality Club here at FHS.
Shania Leach and Jack Embry speak with Miss Williams, the club sponsor, and Alex Willis, the club president, to gain a closer look at what the club is all about.
Hi, I'm Shania Leach.
Hi, I'm Jack Embry.
And today we're going to be showing you the importance of Embrace Equality.
And just how amazing this club is.
Miss Black, who has left us unfortunately, she asked me to sponsor it. And since most of the students got us confused, it was just kind of the natural thing to do. I'm getting to see a lot of the students that I had a couple of years ago, so it's really nice to keep those connections with those kids. Well, they actually they actually talk about this, and that is that they're known as the gay club, and that's not actually accurate. If you look at our bylaws, and the purpose of the club, it's basically to create alliances between students of different backgrounds, different races, religions, different identities, to educate the school community about issues related to discrimination and equality, as well as to provide a safe space for students who may feel marginalized or alone. So if you look at the purpose of the club, it's outside the bounds of just being. I mean, it's just in the name, it's Embrace Equality, and so to kind of just educate people about how we don't all fit in a box, and that our experiences kind of influence how we view the world around us.
What you believe in generally. We want equality for that. Like, we don't want any bullying or harassment over something really to accomplish a lot of things. But the biggest thing is I want it to be more accessible for those who go by different names and pronouns, to have those more accessible to like the teachers in the school. It's one place they feel like they really belong, and I want to make sure it's as safe as possible for them. All the little events we do are amazing, and I love it all.
Support not just the club and the club members, but everybody, and love everybody for who they are.
I think it'd be great if we could spread more awareness for this club, because not many people know about the club, and maybe more people would join it and be more supportive if they knew about it.
I agree with them, and like bringing more to the club, like highlighting it more.
It's really great seeing students come together to support such an important cause.
It really is. Equal treatment is important. FHS is privileged to have an organization to represent that fundamental ideal.
Our next segment concerns the middle school football team, who have rallied alongside their fellow teammate who is experiencing major health problems.
A few of the boys, with a couple of their parents, decided that they wanted to try to raise money for Corbin Hoyd, one of our 8th grade players who has brain cancer, has been dealing with that. He's been through his 4th round of chemotherapy.
Well, last summer he got diagnosed with brain cancer. I really thought that was a bad thing that was going on. So I thought of shaving our heads.
Anderson's father, Ryan, contacted me and said that there was a kid that has cancer and the boys wanted to shave their head, and I said I'd be proud to be a part of that, so for a very good cause.
As in the case of a lot of people with cancer, you know, Corbin lost, like all of his hair through the chemotherapy treatment and all, and so they're all going to shave their heads for $20 to help raise money for the medical bills of the Hoyd family. Then they brought it to Tisher's mom, and she kind of orchestrated it all. So we gave them permission to do this, and it's, we don't know how many boys are participating. Few adults are participating, but
Corbin's fighting all by himself, so I think it's a very good idea that we come out and fight with him on his journey on beating brain cancer.
It is so important to give to your community in any way you can. God's blessed my life in so many ways, and when you have a kid that goes through stuff, it's really important to know that they've got a support system. And if these kids support him, I support them 100%.
He shouldn't be the only one that has to go through this stuff. There should be other people helping him and supporting him through what he's been going through.
Kids go through this a lot, and making them feel like they ain't the only ones really helps them.
I just think it's important to help others because, like I said, when you need it, I believe people will be there for you.
Cancer has hit our community really hard with lots of different kids. When my oldest son was in high school, there was a young man that had leukemia, and they all shaved their heads for the cause, and it really supported Tyler as he went through all of his treatments. And so that these kids are willing to donate money, time, their hair, whatever it takes to be supportive of Corbin, I think that's a fantastic thing to be a part of.
I know from experience that cancer is hard. I've had thyroid and colon cancer, and it's just really hard.
Community is very important, and just supporting other people in the community, because when you need it, you'll know the community will be there for you.
Keep fighting, Corbin. We're fighting with you.
Everything we did this season was for you.
Punch cancer in the face.
Keep fighting, Corbin.
It's so heartwarming to see the team and community rally behind such an amazing cause. Corbin, BKTV stands with you. You are in the thoughts and prayers of everyone here as well.
Next, we bring you the next iteration of Stuff That Matters.
This week, we are focusing on the positions on the ballot here in Missouri. The first position on the ballot is for who will represent Missouri at the United States Senate for the next 6 years. The candidates are, in the order they appear on the ballot, Eric Schmidt, the current Missouri Attorney General, Trudy Bush Valentine, heir to the Bush family, and Nurse Jonathan Dine, the Libertarian candidate, and Paul Venable, the Constitution Party candidate.
The next position is State Auditor. They are responsible for ensuring that the other departments in Missouri are not corrupt and investigating how taxpayer money is spent. The candidates are Scott Fitzpatrick, the current Missouri Treasurer, Alan Green, a current Missouri State Representative, and John A. Hartwig, the Libertarian candidate.
Following Auditor, we have the State Representative for Missouri's 8th Constitutional District, who will represent the people of Southeast Missouri in the U.S. House of Representatives. The candidates are Jason Smith, the current incumbent, Randy McCallion, a health educator, and Jim Higgins, the Libertarian candidate.
The next position on the ballot with a challenger is County Presiding Commissioner, who leads the county meetings and is the de facto spokesperson for the county. There are two candidates, Harold Gallagher, the longtime incumbent, and Ryan Cooper, the Libertarian candidate. Also in the county is County Recorder of Deeds. This position is responsible for keeping records pertaining to property in the county. The two candidates are Jay Graff, the incumbent, and Jacob Regan Goff, the Libertarian candidate.
There are not any more candidates who have a challenger on the ballot, but we encourage you to find your ballot online at the Missouri Secretary of State's website, sos.mo.gov, or at the county clerk's website, sfcgov.org. Both can be found in the description below. It is important that if you are 18 years or older and registered to vote, that you exercise your civic duty on Tuesday, November 8th. Find your polling place and more info online at vote.org, also in the description below. Polls are open from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. See you at the polls.
Moving back to the show, we have Jack Sluter, Alyssa Sherman, and Grayson Street, who had the opportunity to speak with the class of 1972, who are celebrating their 50th class reunion, the only way they know how, with a float in the parade.
In 1972, FHS was a different place with more lenient rules than today's.
Okay, people.
This year marks their 50th reunion here at FHS. Class President Kyle and Chris had a float at the parade and get to take a tour of the new high school.
Our senior year, he was.
Yeah, they had the elections when we were juniors. I thought, well, it'll be fun to run, you know. I never expected to be elected. And then when I was like, what do I do now?
Yeah. Oh, cafeteria.
Cafeteria.
Before school started, that's where everybody went, and you had your own, you had your table where your friends sat, and so you would go and hang out and talk with them until the bell rang, and then lunch, you got to visit with people then. But I think that, because that's all we had, out of the classroom.
Yeah, shop class was fun. We had a teacher named Paul Burrows, and he was pretty cantankerous and fun. And he'd come into the class and we'd all jump him. I mean, literally jump him.
Physically?
Physically. And he'd be throwing us off and stuff. But we knew there was a certain limit that we could go, and we had to stop. And once we reached that limit, he just turned on us. But he was a good teacher, and we learned a lot. But he liked to have fun like that. Oh, we had lots of dances.
Yeah, we had dances.
Yeah.
We would have live bands.
Yeah.
And the dances would be in the cafeteria.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually danced, and we danced with I would dance with guys, and we never did any of this group dancing. It would just be a couple would be dancing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a sweetheart dance. We had a Sadie Hawkins dance. Of course, the homecoming prom. What else do we have? Did we have a Valentine? That was sweetheart.
That's sweetheart. But then we would have like this. The classes would have dances. Like I know I got asked to a senior dance one time, but our class would have every class, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. You would all have an opportunity to have your own dance.
I think a lot of it revolved around the football team. We played football, and we were good. So we won a lot of games. Our regular season, my senior year, we lost one game and we went to state playoffs. We lost that game. So that was fun because we were good. So we didn't lose too many games.
And Jack Richardson.
And Jack Richardson was coach.
And I think they have part of the field or something named after Jack now. So.
Yeah. So that and just the people, I mean, we had a lot of good friends.
We actually talked to people back then because we didn't have cell phones.
Right.
We weren't texting them, and I don't know, there just wasn't the worldly influence that you all have now. It was just us, our class, and this town, and every weekend we got together and did fun stuff. So let me tell you, when we were in high school, for girls, they had tennis and they had volleyball. Those were the only two sports they had. So I loved athletics, but I wasn't good at them. So I was a cheerleader. And Tom, you played?
I played football. I played basketball in junior high, and I played some tennis in high school, but mostly football. Because that's really all we had. Football, basketball, track. They had cross country.
Did they?
Yeah.
We're happy you're carrying on the tradition.
Yeah.
I just love to see that you all love being a Farmington Knight, and that makes us feel good.
I hope my class is as excited as they were to see each other 5 years from now.
Yeah, we'll probably be too busy with our flying cars, and don't forget traveling to the moon.
That's what they were thinking when they watched Back to the Future and the Jetsons. Our final segment today is about a wonderful event hosted here in town with local schools called the Job Olympics. This is an awesome event where students with special needs have an opportunity to show off their skills at job-related tasks. Sean Sullivan and Rocky Keelan take us to get more info.
Hi, Miss Marler.
I did?
On October 13th, Miss Birch and the Farmington School District hosted an event called Job Olympics at the United Methodist Church. This event is held to showcase students with special needs employment skills to friends, families, and surrounding businesses.
Job Olympics allows parents to see all of the job skills that their students possess. It's not every day that students are able to show those skills off to their parents or any of the members of their family. So, practicing these events and then showing those skills off, coming home with those medals, it allows the parents, the families to see, just exactly what the kids can do. And they get a chance to show off those job skills that parents wouldn't normally see. So the planning of this event has been years in the making. We had actually planned this event prior to COVID, and then when COVID happened, we just did not feel that it was safe to have, students with special needs all gather together. So we wanted to make sure that it was safe for them to all come together for this event. It's been a group effort. There have been several people involved in the planning and the organizing, the different sponsors for donations, and just pulling everything together to make it an awesome event. We do plan on continue hosting it here in Farmington with the help of the other local school districts. Job Olympics allows students to practice their employment skills. So with this practice, that's going to aid them in getting a job during or after high school. Students will practice these events in the classroom setting, and then they will apply all of that practice and knowledge and those skills into competing here against other students from area schools. So they get real competitive. They work really hard on it, may be improving their accuracy or their time so they can win those medals.
It was so awesome meeting everyone, and I feel really honored.
Getting to meet all these people from different schools, it was just so awesome, you know? My case manager, Kayla Pratt, always helped me out. We would train every day during 5th hour. Winning these medals, I didn't think we would, but we did. Farmington made it through.
It gives them an opportunity to interview and to test their job skills and see what works for them. And having that opportunity to interview maybe takes away the nerves for when it's a true interview. Don't focus on the negative, focus on the positive. See what they can do and build on their skills. Don't focus on what they can't do.
Thank you so much for watching. This is Sean Sullivan and Walkie Killian signing out from BKTV Studios.
Wow, that is certainly a great opportunity for students in the local community. Thank you, Casey Birch and Beth Forbes, for the insight.
That's all we have for today. For now, this has been Caleb Truman
and Ryan Cooper reporting for
BKTV Live.